In this video, we're going to apply ratio and proportion to real life contexts. If you're revising, there's 5 questions I'll scroll through here for you to have a go at. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, in the first question, we have got a map scale, which is 1 to 20,000. What this means, the 1 is what the size it is in the map, and that relates to the size it is in real life. So if you had 1 centimetre on the map, that actually represents 20,000 centimetres in real life. If you had 1 millimetre on the map, that actually represents 20,000 millimetres in real life. Maybe the simplest way to think about it is that real life is 20,000 times larger or bigger than what you see in the map. So real life is 20,000 times bigger than the map. Part A. The length of a river on a map is 8 centimetres. That's sort of like the left-hand side of your ratio. What's the actual distance or the real distance? That's the right-hand side. Well, 8 centimetres on a map would be 20,000 times bigger in real life. So we get 16 with the 4 zeros. And that's it. Okay? No, well, not much more. Just need to make sure you get the units correct. So the actual distance, 8 centimetres, would be 660,000 centimetres in real life. But who's ever going to talk about a river being 160,000 centimetres? It makes more sense to go to metres and maybe even kilometres. You want to reduce the number of zeros there. To go to metres, you would take off 2 zeros, you would divide by 100. And I think I probably would go to kilometres there too. To go to kilometres and dividing by 1,000. Because there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre. So the river is 1.6 kilometres. Okay, part B. On the right hand side, a road is 6 kilometres long. How long would it be on a map? So this is the actual or the real length. We need to shrink this down. We need to divide it by 20,000 to get the map size. Now, I don't fancy dividing 6 by 20,000 if this is non-calculator. And even so, the units wouldn't be right for talking about the length of a map. Maps are going to be centimetres, millimetres, probably. So we want to change this into the units that it's going to be in the map, first of all. And then we can use the scale afterwards. So worry about scale afterwards, change this into something we're going to be able to divide more easily. 6 kilometres, how many metres is that? We need to times by 1,000. Okay, how many centimetres is that? Well, now we need to times that by 100. Hopefully I've got that right, 5 zeros. So 6 kilometres is actually 600,000 centimetres. Okay, so we've got this railroad that is 600,000 centimetres. And we need to shrink that or divide it down by 20,000. And I've written that as a fraction because it's easier to divide it that way. 600,000 divided by 20,000, we can divide by 10, top and bottom, again, and again, and actually again. So 600,000 divided by 20,000 is equivalent to 60 divided by 2. And that's easier to work with. That is 30. 30 what? What was the units? It was centimetres. That's a nice appropriate unit and size of your answer. So that's how I would leave it. Okay, so you might need to change the units at the end or at the start, and then depending on which direction you're going, from real life to the map or vice versa, you'll either have to times by the map ratio or divide by the map ratio. Number 2, a recipe for 8 people uses 6 eggs, 250 grams of flour, and 100 grams of sugar. We've got to adapt that for 12 people. There's a thing called the unitary method where you always find out what one thing is worth. You could go here and find out how many eggs, flour and sugar you'd need for one person by dividing by 8. Once you get your answer, scale everything up, times it by 12. But non-calculator, sometimes maybe that's a bit tricky, and sometimes numbers are quite nice multiples of each other. So I'm going to lead you into maybe a nicer way to approach this question. We know the ratios for 8. So for 8, the ratio is 6 to 250 to 100. I'm going to just half that. Let's say I only want 4 people. If I only have 4 people, I only need half the ingredients, which would be 3, 125, and 50. Why did I get 4? Well, I want to get to 12, and I know that 4 fits into 12. I could now triple that to get to 12. So instead of going all the way down from 8 to 1 and then up to 12, I can just go 8 to 4, half it, and now triple it. 9, 150, that's an easy one to do. 375. You might need to do some of these calculations at the side if you find those difficult. Okay, that's it. Make sure you put in your units. That would be 9 eggs, 375 grams of flour, 100 grams of sugar. Sorry, 150 grams of sugar. Number 3, we've got to convert 15 miles into kilometers. You might be screaming, looking at the screen going, I don't know how to do that. What's the conversion? You need to know the conversion. It'll not be given for miles and kilometers. Some conversions are given, but you need to know that 5 miles is approximately equal to, not exactly, but approximately equal to 8 kilometers. Now, if you had a calculator, you might be able to work out, or without a calculator, you could see what 1 mile would be worth, and then go to 15 miles. That unitary method can be useful, but these numbers fit nicely. Might be a non-calculator question. You can go from 5 miles to 15 miles. If you know 5 miles is 8 kilometers, 15 miles is 3 times more. So 5 threes are 15. So at the right hand side, we're doing 8 threes. 8 threes are 24. So 15 miles is 24 kilometers. Number 4. A photocopier reduces in the ratio 7 to 4. The length of a piece of paper on the reduced copy is 20 centimeters. What is the length of the original? Okay, maybe a little bit unfamiliar territory, this question, so let's get in our heads what is going on. A photocopier reduces something in size, so if it reduces in the ratio 7 to 4, 7 would be the bigger one, 4 obviously the smaller one, so 7 represents the original. I'll put just down, I'll just mark I'll mark an O for original, and then R for reduced. So the reduced would be on the right hand side. Okay? In other words, if you had something that's 7 centimeters on the original, the photocopier would shrink it down to 4 centimeters in real life. That's what it's saying. But the ratio has to be 7 to 4. We are given the length of a piece of paper on the reduced copy, that's on the right hand side, it's 20. What is the original length? We want to work out this one. Now, I've written it out this way because it actually works out doable without a calculator. You can see that 4 to 20 would fit in 5 times, and we can keep it equivalent on the left hand side. 7 5s are 35. So 35 centimeters on the original would shrink down to 20 centimeters on the reduced copy. That's how you'd approach that question, mainly because the numbers 4 and 20 fit into each other. That's why I would go with it. Number 5, not so much. We've got a ratio, just like here, we'd be 2 ratios. Essentially, we had 7 to 4, and we didn't know the other answer. but we had 20. But because 4 and 20 went in nicely, we could work out this. Here, we've got two ratios, so in a sense, it's the same as the last question. Two ratios that should be equal to each other, equivalent. But the 3 matches up on the right-hand side with the 40, and that doesn't divide them very nicely. So I'm going to give you another technique, which you may remember from second year, which is quite powerful. If two ratios are the same, you should be able to divide the left by the right, and those fractions should also be the same. They should be equivalent. So instead of having awkward ratios now, we've got two fractions that which we can work with using our equation skills. We've got x over 40 equals 4/3. And when a fraction equals a fraction, hopefully you can remember, you can cross multiply. So 3 times x is 3x, and 4 times 40 is 160. If 3x is 160, x is 160 over 3. You might need to actually just work that out. 3 doesn't go into 1, so we carry 1 over. 3 5s are 15, and that's 1 left over. And then 3 goes into 10 3 times, remainder 1. That 1 still has to be divided by 3, so I'm going to write it as a third. You could do it as 53.3 recurring, but the nicer way to leave that would be 53. 1 left over, which is 1 divided by 3, or 1/3.